Anyways.
Holy fucking shit. What is this? European farmers protest Mercosur trade deal in Brussels. Around 10,000 demonstrators gathered at Luxembourg Square near the European Parliament, blocking traffic with 150 to 500 tractors. They opposed the free trade pact with Argentina, Brazil, Paraguay, and Uruguay, fearing an influx of cheaper American meat, grains, and sugar.
What is going on here?
Europeans' environmental and health standards are throwing.
I'm so sorry.
They just throwing shit on.
And if you would have told me that after giving up what they gave up.
Stop.
They're burning tires.
God, this is insane. These farmers over there in Europe are on another level.
Wow. You have to respect farmers. That's where our food comes from. Yeah. Last year they threw manure. Oh my God. Look, yeah, look at all the tractors there. I'll make sure you guys can see. Oh shit. Yeah, there it is. Oh my God. Is this good for the environment? I think it is, right? Holy.
There we go. What's up, Nomadic Art? How you doing?
It is? I thought so. Yeah, because if we have all that smoke, it'll go in the ozone layer, and then it'll block the sun and stop global warming. Right?
Yeah, I thought I was saying in Southeast Asia too, but things changed, and I had some callings to come home and take care of some shit. So,
this is
that's just me.
I'm glad to see this. More than
I got sick,
20,000
and
farmers came to say
met some
enough is
fucked up
enough.
people. It was just time to come home for a bit.
Jesus.
Where am I?
Damn. Look at them all.
Why? Why is this not working the way that I want it to work?
Great. Yeah, good for them, man. And W Farmers, most flags from Poland.
Shit.
I don't even know. And so this guy is just crashing out.
Okay, it's working. Never mind.
Man, oh my God.
Yeah, these farmers are nuts, man. They're taking the tractors into the city.
With that big truck. Oh,
Europe is so
man,
cooked.
that was fun.
At least in Asia, they're like organized and,
Man, I used to love doing that.
they're kind of on the same page with each other. As a society, they get along with each other.
Oh, shit. They ran him out of there.
Europe is so cooked. You gotta be kidding me. Look at that.
God damn.
PvP. That's nuts.
Yeah, true. And,
I know, Thailand in 3 weeks would have been sick. But make sure you go to Cambodia too, if you can. I know you can't like cross the border on foot or on bus or anything. You have to fly, but yeah, no, I wish I was there. But at the same time, I got some stuff I gotta take care of. That's just that.
Just dropping a bunch of fucking Jesus. Like the
Wow.
mobs with the torches and old Yarnum? Yeah.
Look at that.
Damn. Look at all that. Holy.
What do you do when the whole country comes out to a protest like that? Those potatoes?
They're just dropping potatoes.
Throw potatoes at the cops.
It's a
That's
loot
wild.
truck.
I mean, you can have a blast in Thailand, that's for sure. But you know, I was kind of planning on moving to Thailand, but ever since that plan fell apart, it's like the government's going around and cracking down on people that are basically staying there doing border runs.
That guy just rolled a one.
So like those days are over, you know? They're really cracking down, they're bored.
He just rolled a one. It happens, man. Hey.
And for whatever reason, they're fighting with the Cambodians, who are the nicest people on the planet. Good Lord, they're so sweet.
Well, I mean, hey, throwing potatoes at him, what do you expect? That's what's gonna happen.
This is wild. This is Poland,
He
right?
took one to the knee. Yeah, still. Yeah, he rolled a 0 then.
Jeez.
Dice fell off the table. Why does he have a? Is he gonna please hit it? Oh my god. He's hitting him with the tennis racket. Oh my fucking god. Well, there we go, guys. And so there's a massive farmers protest happening in the EU. Yeah, what the fuck? Wow. Yeah, is this still going on? I don't even know. Let me go back and double check. Wait, this is right now. It's happening right now.
In Brussels? Is that what it said? Yeah, jeez.
They just got it lit up. It'll be nighttime? Oh, maybe it's a replay then. That's what it must be. Yeah. Holy shit.
You gotta treat the farmers right, man. You know, like they provide all the food. What are you gonna do? Ukraine is still doing its thing. That's where most of the food comes from, so you gotta take care of these guys who are still around. I don't know. Look at that.
Many of them from neighboring France.
Today, nothing much is working in agriculture. People have had it with
It's
norms
true.
and restrictions. It's true.
Yeah, I know, it's 3:30 in the morning.
To Brussels.
I've been up all night trying to get OBS to
We
work.
went to Paris 2 years ago.
Trying to figure out how to stream properly.
We thought we'd been heard, but not at all. Some of us are discouraged, others are hungry.
I think there's also another factor here where it's like you've got a lot of these people that are in the EU that are making these decisions, and the Frenchmen didn't necessarily vote directly for this person. So they're effectively being governed by some fucking group of people that they have no control over. You can't vote.
That's the same thing that happens in America, though. Like, how many people that work for the government and that, like, actually make the decisions behind the scenes that have been there for 30, 40 years? Just same job over and over and over again, passing rules and, like, making their own regulations. And these aren't people that we vote for. You know, maybe the head honcho of each division or whatever, like, they're voted for or they're appointed by somebody that we voted for. But the same thing is going on here.
Yourself out of this. It's ridiculous. No, we didn't. Yeah, I know. And that's the reason, by the way, why I support protests that are like this against the EU. It's because these people don't have the ability to democratically really remove themselves from this situation.
Well, they should have this all figured out. They've been, you know, an agricultural society for thousands of years now, pretty organized. You know, going all the way back to the feudal days and before that in Rome. Like, they've been, you know, growing food and taking care of farmers for a while. They should understand the importance. You know, just because they have tractors and shit now doesn't mean that you can take advantage of them because it's less work or something. It's hard work. They got to, you know, they're all like diesel mechanics and, you know, they do all sorts of shit. They're jacks of all trade.
Like, they're being ruled over by people that they didn't elect. They're not
Jack of
able
all
to
trades.
determine their own fate. And
I'm
they're
an
just
idiot.
being told what to do by a bunch of European bureaucrats that don't give a fuck
Right.
about France.
Amen.
They don't give a fuck about Germany.
No, they don't.
They don't give a fuck about the UK. Well, what happened there, right? Or Spain, anything else?
UK's fucking falling apart. You know, where do they get all their food? Externally, you know. That's why they used to go around and rule the world. There's not much you can grow up there on the little island.
You lose sovereignty. Yeah, you lose your sovereignty. Like, I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, they don't care.
Yeah, it's a Hegelian dialectic. You know, they cause the problem and they're going to come in with a solution. Little by little, it's going to take away rights. But the rights that these people in Europe have, good grief. You know, they don't have much. It's just, you know, they're going to hand it over. It's sad. Yeah, controlled chaos. That's for sure, you're right.
Care about that. You can vote yourself out by supporting separatists. I mean, that's like by 3 or 4 levels of removal. I mean, you could say that to an extent, but it's kind of like Israel here in the United States. Like right now, there isn't a party in America that represents basically being against partnership with Israel. It's not.
Yeah,
it's
except
not
that
a thing
America
you
First
can vote
movement,
on
Nick
directly.
Fuentes.
And I think there's a big
A
problem.
lot
with
of
that.
people following him.
The Brits aren't
No?
in the EU. I know that. That was my joke. That's why I was joking about like, yeah, they really don't care because they're
Maybe
gone
not for
because
another
of
10
Brexit.
years or so,
I know
but
that.
those guys are going to
These
continue to
agricultural workers
gain
will
momentum.
leave to central Brussels for a multitude of reasons. First off, there's the Mercosur trade deal.
We don't have one
The
yet.
EU
I know
leaders
that.
meeting on it. It is in its final but increasingly tense
Yeah.
phase of negotiations. Many farmers across
I just got to say, I love that news voice. That accent, the news accent. Classic.
EU nations fear that the free trade deal will give unfair advantages to South American countries.
It's mixed feelings, a combination of anger and fear with anxiety, because we have no long-term vision, or even a short-term one.
It's simple. Since 2024, we've been protesting, whether in France, Belgium, or other countries, and we haven't really made any significant progress. But today, we would like to be heard.
And not to mention they're being invaded, by an army of foreigners that have no respect for their culture at all. They're just constantly scamming people and taking advantage of the welfare state. It's ridiculous. What is this protesting actually doing? Have you thought about that? They're going about it wrong. You see some of these Asian countries when they're protesting, they're going hard in the paint. Everyone's just so peaceful in the West when they protest. Yeah, that's the way you're supposed to do it. But is it effective? Not against these billionaires. Yes, I was going to watch one of those videos about the marijuana reclassification. That's clutch. It's not exactly where we need to be as far as federal legalization and making it so everybody can grow plants at home. But yeah, we're making the right steps towards the banking and research, stuff that we need to get back to. And then eventually we'll get into construction materials and clothing and stuff like that, which I think is important. But it's going to take years if you really think about how long the process is going to take and all these applications and paperwork and the writing out of these laws. It's going to take a long time.
Farmers protesting in Brussels, it's not just their struggling livelihoods, EU regulations, or the Mercosur trade deal. The culling of herds in France to stem outbreaks of lumpy skin disease among cattle has also spurred fury.
What does lumpy skin disease look like? Ugh.
Across the border in France, other blockades of roads have been happening for more than a week.
Damn.
In the
Wow.
southwest.
Holy
The
shit.
government has tried to quell the disruptions on highways by vowing to meet with farmer unions on Friday.
Sounds like
And by
bullshit.
rolling out mass vaccination campaigns. But the ire against the government's handling of the disease, conjoined with struggling livelihoods and fears for their future under a South American trade deal,
Looks like a stim pack.
the streets of France.
Fallout.
Yeah, I mean, there it is. The French are always protesting. Well, I feel like this is pretty accurate, right? I mean, I think this is
Yeah, they're
pretty
all just
fucking
protesting
fair.
for a reason, man.
I mean, sure, absolutely it is. So, I'm trying to see if there's any more of this to look at, but I feel like that's pretty much, yeah.
I think the potato thing is hilarious.
No, not vaccines. Yeah, remember what happened last time? Remember that? Did you guys get the vaccine? I never got the vaccine. It's not even because I didn't
Chucking
trust
potatoes
the
at the
vaccine.
fucking
I just
cops.
I don't like medical intervention. I'm afraid of medical intervention. That's the only reason. And we got any pure bloods in the chat?
Dang. The dudes with the cameras are sick too. Love it.
Yeah.
So wild.
I don't have pure blood. My blood is
Yeah,
Dr.
absolutely.
Pepper.
I try to tell
God
people,
damn.
just do it.
Look at all the potatoes.
No, you don't need to
Holy
wait for when you got this, that, or the third. It's your experience that you have that you're going to capture.
You know, I went to the grocery
It's going to
store
inspire people.
yesterday because I had
Get out there and do it.
No,
you know,
I
why
went to the
not?
grocery store 2 days ago.
You can just use your phone. You don't need some
it was the
fancy
first time I've
bullshit.
been to the grocery
I like this
store in, like,
DJI
months,
that I got.
like, probably over a month.
It's got
Like,
a
I
little
don't really go to
gimbal
the
built
grocery
in, so
store
it stays
because,
steady if you want it
you
to.
know, I can get all the food that I need at a gas
Really
station.
cool.
But
yeah, document
I went
that.
there
Put it
'cause I was
online.
gonna get some steaks, and my
You never know
$2
what's gonna
steaks
happen.
are now $2.50.
You get to a point where you just hit viral on one or two videos. That's why I'm doing
right.
streaming now, because I can make like 8 videos a day. If you just
bad, guys.
catch wind on one or
It's
two of them,
getting real
you get to the
bad.
monetization
It's
point.
outrageous. That's a 25%.
And then that's just residual income. Just share your life
crazy.
with people. There's people around the world that want to see what Americans are up to.
Look at them go crazy. These are
Look
patriots.
half asleep.
They care about France, not the European Economic Zone that the EU is trying to enforce on them.
You're a rapid fire
French
Roman candle,
patriots.
man.
They're spuds, yep, absolutely.
Sick.
25%
Europe is so gorgeous. It's gonna take forever to clean that up.
It is.
Job security.
French economy's a joke. Yeah, they're not laughing about it. That's the problem. That's the whole point. At least it's potatoes, over here it's bricks. Yeah, true. The world doesn't need farmers anymore? Okay. Well, you better stop eating food. Now, you're right that we don't need as many farmers.
You up to
and
110?
Technology is better.
It's
but
getting
I think
there, little by
farming is
little.
becoming
There's
more of an
spikes.
agricultural science
So
than,
I'm learning
you know,
that people
going
like
out
the
there at
politics.
crack
They
of
like
dawn and,
me
you know,
calling
measuring
people
how
out,
long the potatoes are. Like, yeah, I feel like things have probably
Yeah, go after the
changed,
left
but,
and the right.
You
I'm
know,
thinking
a
and
farmer is like, it's weird
push for
because
peace.
it's one of those jobs and like a career path.
And then eventually
where,
get back to, you know,
you have a lot of
traveling
these like fucking
and just sharing
you know,
those kind of
school
experiences.
teachers and these
Maybe
like
do,
very
like, some
low
kind of,
level you know, like white collar
know.
jobs that look down on farmers because
like a
they're working with their
multi-video
hands.
series on certain
Meanwhile, some of
events.
these farmers
It'd be
know
really
more
cool
about
to,
the fucking
you know,
science
jump
than
on a
you
plane
do.
and
These
go out
guys
to
are not
Belgium
stupid.
right now.
They just have a
Go
type
film
of
that.
knowledge.
When
It's
shit
very
pops
weird
off
to me
around the
how,
world,
like any
just like,
job where
why not?
a man has to work with his hands is seen as
think it'd be sick.
inferior to a job that a man works with his mind. I find this to be such a perversion of the natural order and natural law. It's ridiculous. Very specialized knowledge, yes, of course. It should be both, yeah, of course.
yeah, right? No communists.
Trade
I do
jobs
think there's
especially,
certain aspects of the very
Like,
far
there's
left,
this one guy that,
the non-communist, but like socialist side, that we do need to take into consideration and then like adopt with the far right.
Computers, and it's
And
not
by
even
doing that,
remotely
it could be
close. Like,
pretty sweet
and,
system.
Like, you wouldn't think of it, right? The guy's got like 7 teeth.
We gotta
and,
figure out the
you know,
homelessness
I think he used to
problem,
sell drugs.
the
but
violence
this guy's
problem.
like whenever it comes
We need to
to
start taking these things
reading an
serious.
electrical unit and being able to do this guy's a fucking wizard. He's an absolute wizard. That's 7 more than you? Like,
Definitely not a
he's only
communist.
ahead by a
Don't worry
few,
about that.
okay? Not 7.
No.
Intelligent as fuck. Yeah, it's so patronizing and stupid. There you go. Together, brother. Nice. See that? That's teamwork.
Yeah. That's gotta be pretty heavy. That's cast iron.
All right. Yep. What are we mad about today? The EU. The EU sucks. The EU's fucking.
They're
EU's
hitting each
bad.
other with the rocks.
You didn't win permit? Yeah,
It's too heavy.
true. That was a good thing. That's something we're not mad about today. That was
Like a
W.
shot put. It's pretty hardcore. I like it. It's good to see them stand up for themselves.
Yeah, I'm glad it's about Marshall. All the
You
shit
can see
food from South
Stormtroopers
America
right
without
here with their
taxes.
little circle shields.
That's right. That's because the reason
What are
why
they doing?
they want to add in shit food from South America with no taxes is because they want to undercut and undermine the French farmer. They want to undermine the European farmer and then continue to maximize economic profits for the top echelon of society, while average Frenchmen and Europeans continue to lose resources, lose the ability to own their means of production, and everything is this abstraction that's being done globally with basically no regulation or control.
Right.
It's not very fair. Yeah,
You're maxing.
Shit food? Yeah, I mean, sure, I bet it probably is.
Yeah.
How do the French grow lemons and bananas? I'm sure they have to import some things, sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
a lot
I
of
don't think
things.
anybody's against them importing things that don't grow in France.
But again, a lot of the stuff comes from Ukraine and Europe. So you gotta, like right now, you have to take care of your local farmers. And they're not doing that. Whatever they gotta do, they gotta take care of the food. It's the one way you can defeat a society is cut off the food supply. 33 strategies of war, that's a pretty important one.
It's naturally. Even bringing that up is just so dishonest. It's incredible. We once owned the world, and look at us now. We got to remember that as Americans, the French are the OGs, right?
A little chai
These
tea
were our
coffee.
original allies
Good
in the
mix.
Revolutionary War. I think many people have the consensus that if it wasn't for the French, America might not exist.
True.
You got to keep that in mind.
That's fact,
They
actually.
gave us that statue too. Remember that?
That's not just a
The
thought.
green thing. The Greeks are the OGs?
These fucking
it's a different
studs
type
with their
of OG.
batons, man.
But yeah. This was a lot
Yikes.
of land. Yep, true. Louisiana Purchase. Forgot all about that one. Yep. Is that $400, $200 million, something like that? That's a lot of land. I think that probably went up in value since.
Oh, he's zipping. Yeah. Zippity doodah. Zippity, yeah. Come on.
Oh, it's a good deal. Yeah, it was.
Those cops are. Yeah, let's move.
Over there. All right.
Yeah.
Jesus, what's that sound? Oh, that's a $200,000 tractor. Oh yeah, I mean the technology that they're dealing with on this, like, I mean,
Looks like we've got a
especially
population
for
of
these
possible baseball
agricultural
players over there in Europe. You know? Look at these guys. They got good form. Throwing rocks and potatoes like a pro.
machines, like some of these things are worth, I mean, like if I had to guess, 10 to like $60 million for these agricultural production machines.
Yeah.
Like this isn't like some like uneducated country bumpkin that just doesn't know shit. Like,
It takes a lot of
it's very
schooling to be a modern
complex.
farmer. Yeah. Sure, you could use a lot of uneducated
Just the
help,
combine, 750K.
but you're still managing a huge system, complicated system, a lot of machinery.
Tires are like
You got to be an
100K.
engineer,
Oh, I'm
basically.
not surprised about that. Now look at all that shit in there. All those spark plugs, I guess. I'm assuming that's what it is. They have incredible tech too. Oh, they have to. Like the machinery is insane.
So many tractors,
Police are
dude.
aggressive. Yeah, of course.
Constant smoke.
They're not removing weeds with vision and lasers. You can check out the video. I mean, of course, it's going to keep getting better too. I like the
I always
shoulder
thought it was funny.
pads
It
they
looks
have.
like
Those
this
are
is the
pretty cool.
polite police.
It's like Helldivers, right?
It's polite.
Jesus.
Yikes.
What the fuck? God damn, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm trying to look at that. So yeah, anyway, no, this is great to see. I mean, obviously, I think that, you know, these guys,
yeah,
they've
Asmongold.
got a good cause they're fighting for. And
Good video,
hopefully
bro.
they can be heard.